available to everyone. But again, the work of this group and with Kelly's leadership has just been phenomenal. So huge kudos to Kelly. Certainly thank you to everyone that's involved. I see a lot of faces of friends on this call, and just real excited about the work that's happening here. So again, I just can't thank all of you enough for being willing to give of your time to help with our important work. It makes a difference, and it makes a difference to CTE. So thank you. And again, Kelly, I'm just gonna kind of hang in a little while and listen to all of the great work that's going on. But if I have to drop off again, just much gratitude and appreciation to all of you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very, very much, Leanne. I'm going to just have to say, if you're going to stick around, we're going to have to make you pinky swear that you won't tell the other divisions and sections that we are the best, because we know that. And we don't want everybody joining us. I mean, we're just special. So we want to make sure that, we kind of keep that under wraps. So anyway, well, thank you very much for giving greetings. And it is exciting. I am very blessed to be able to work with these really smart and special group. So, okay, I do see we got it recording now. Thank you, Lauren, or someone for reaching out to Lauren for doing that. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen because there is a method to my madness today. And so we are going to do our best. Kelly's going to do her best to stick to an hour. So that is the plan, as always. So wanted to touch on a couple things. We're kind of going down the, let's see, maybe we're kind of going there. Okay, we're kind of going down the agenda that I shared with everybody. And I've recently been sending out things to MailChimp also. I don't know if you know that's MailChimp or not, but I'm able to reach people easier around your roadblocks, it seems like. So very excited to be able to share more information. So let's start out with section membership. I'm pretty excited that we are right now at 639. Remember, our goal is at 750. That number always goes up and down as the year goes on. And of course, right now, there's so much other focuses that, we just want to make sure that everybody continues to know the value of work-based learning. So ACTE has so graciously allowed me to build this special membership during the month of October. So it's a promotion. We've never done this before. And if we get new people joining the ACT Work-Based Learning section during the month of October, you're going to get this really cool ACT Work-Based Learning Padova softbound journal book. I'm telling you, if I wasn't already a member, I'd join. I'm saying it. So, professional membership is $80, and that, is pretty low investment for all the things that we've been doing, and you all being on this call know that. But keep in mind that if, depending on how your state's organized, there might be some more state dues if that's applicable to that also. But this flyer is going to be sent out to all of you this afternoon or tomorrow morning after this call with the notes of the call. And I just challenge you to share it with everyone, because if ever there was a great time to join ACT Work-Based Learning, it's in October. We want to have a great showing at Vision because we're going to have so many good sessions. And there's a lot of other great things coming up that people are missing out on when they're not members of our section. So let's continue to grow our section professionally and purposefully, and let's bring those people on that are valuable members for us. So quick reminder, please add your name and email in the chat box so that I know who's connecting with us. I would be remiss if I didn't continue to kind of explain why it's so very important for us to grow from a section to a division. And this is the governance structure of ACTE. And you can see that, of the divisions we have, we are nestled under the new and related services division because we are not quite big enough yet. We're getting there. So we've got 11 divisions, we've got 5 regions, and that's overlapping because the regions are the, the geographic regions of the United States, and the divisions are the subject area. And we'll look at that a little bit more later. But each of those have policy committees, which are the governance of how those should be operating. Well, I have said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. This is your organization. This is not mine. I just get to be along for the ride for a while. So I appreciate that. But we need to start building a policy committee so that when our section, not if, when our section becomes a division, we will be ready to go with good leadership and those people stepping up. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more later, but policy committee is very important for us to get in place and get the right people on. So keep that in the back of your mind as we move forward. Now I'm going to talk about some section updates because we have got so much going on. Okay, and hang on, Michael? Okay, Michael Conant is calling me. I don't know if he is so excited that that's why he's calling me or what the deal is, but anyway. So section updates, sorry about that. So I want to tell you that, not only are we doing a lot specifically for work-based learning, we've got such superstar members that they have stepped up to also spread the word of the value of our association and our section to other organizations. Jan Jardine, our superhero from Utah, spoke to the National Executive Directors Association. And what that is every state ACTE has an executive director. And if ever we were going to grow our organization from the state up, we need those executive directors to understand the great things that are going on the national level for work-based learning, so they can also get some state associations going, or divisions going for work-based learning. So if you haven't heard from your executive director with that idea, we don't have very many of those yet on the state level. And so again, Jan Jardine just took it to the finish line, doing such a good job talking to the executive directors of NEDA. And so, it's not just what you see that Kelly Deemer's doing, it is your membership that's doing this and building this organization. Also, later this week, we've got 2 other superheroes that are going to speak to the Coalition for Workforce Development. And this is an organization, a coalition of associations that represent so many businesses across the United States. And so being connected with them has been, it just makes perfect sense. So work-based learning connected with workforce development, there couldn't be a better match. So we've got, again, 2 other superheroes. That would be Mike Hassler. That guy shows up in my vocabulary all the time, and Susan Leon, and they are going to be presenting to the Coalition for Workforce Development on all kinds of great best practices that we're doing for work-based learning. So like I said, it is a community of effort, and I am, hang on, because I'm going to challenge all of you to also take the challenge to step up and be some of those superheroes. I love superheroes, don't you? Continuing on with section updates, I have done some things with the website. Don't judge me. More things need to be done because we need to fix the layout a little, but I don't want to miss out on telling you that we've got 2 added new things on the ACT Work-Based Learning section website. One is state resource links, and so I'll show that more in the next screen. The other one is resources for members only. And we believe that, work-based learning, there's parts of it that, obviously needs to be shared with everybody, because work-based learning crosses over all of our lots of different divisions. That's why we're so cool. But we also have things we want specific for those of you that have joined the work-based learning section, and that's under that members only section. So when you click on it, it kind of goes and says, you need to log in to your ACTE profile. Once you do, then you can easily see, we're slowly building this out with resources. All of those panel presentations that we're doing every single month, those are all recorded and saved there. So you can go back and look at those, plus the resources that those panelists have presented. Just, you know, it's going to be, it takes a while to build it, but it's going to be very, very valuable for you as a work-based learning member, because you've got such great peers that are doing also best practices. So take a look at both of those links. I want to talk a little bit more about the state resources. That looks like this. And although I don't have every state, because obviously every state doesn't have a lot of resources, if you want to know what Arizona is doing for work-based learning, and this would be resources mostly from the State Department or workforce that they have available on their websites, well, we're pulling those together and plopping them in this area so it's very easy for you to find. So you don't need to be a work-based learning member of ACTE in order to get to these. We obviously would like you to be, but you know, there's resources for everybody on our work-based learning website. Again, don't judge, need to work on the prettiness of it. So I'm working on that. Creativity, I was not born with, I have to work on. Okay, so again, update. We have got a oodle of great professional development and opportunities for you. So, you know, those first two, the engaging students virtually, that was very timely with the whole COVID thing. We had a great panel speaking to a lot of the different opportunities with that. In fact, they did breakout rooms talking more specifically about things that can be done to engage students virtually. And so that's recorded and that's saved on under that members only section. How to find friends and grow the work-based learning community in your state. 2 more great presenters, that is also recorded and saved in that members only section. Coming up very shortly, so excited for this, the collaboration with other organizations. You know as well as I do that, you know, we become our best selves when we work with everybody else. So we have collaborated with the Special Pop section. We've reached out across the aisle to special education, special needs. There's going to be speakers about transitional services, helping special education also get work-based learning experiences, because work-based learning is for everybody. It's so valuable of an opportunity. So you are going to hear some really good, great speakers talking about collaboration with other organizations, and that being next week, October 14th. Our new and up and coming superhero, and I see your face there on in the conference. Wave, Laura. Wave. You're famous. Okay. Laura DiNardo is coming to us, and she has developed a fabulous college and career fair toolkit. She's going to be presenting on it November 10th. We will also be launching it at that time. I can't wait for you to meet Laura. She is so cool. So yeah, make sure you connect with us on November 10th. The next one in December is, you know, states all educate their work-based learning educators differently to become a work-based learning coordinator. In fact, some states don't do anything at all. So it came to our attention that it might be good to share how are different states certifying their work-based learning coordinators. What are they doing? What are they requiring? So we've got a group that are presenting on their education, what they do in their state, and that is open to anybody. We want work-based learning to be quality for everybody. So it just might be that some states got some of this figured out. So we want that shared with everybody. That'll be December 14th. We again are collaborating with another group, the ACT Business Ed Division, my old stomping ground, love them. We're working together with them to do school-based enterprises because there's such crossover with that and work-based learning. And then February just seemed the perfect time to celebrate work-based learning because it is the time we celebrate CTE. We're going to continue with March, April, May. Hold the phone. We haven't got that quite developed yet, but we've got a lot of great ideas. And if you've got some good ideas and you are want to share yours, please reach out to me. We want to have these panels on things that you need to know. The bottom is continuing with our dates of our work-based learning Zoom calls, and that would be like this one. Again, not about best practices, but about your section and how to make it everything you need it to be. So I don't know if there's any questions in chat. I know we've got a lot of chat and I'm way behind. Um, okay. I would just ask that you say it out loud, because I am not able to keep up with all those chats because there's so much going on, but some of it is just your email addresses. So I appreciate that. And Michael, by the way, did apologize for calling during my session. Small announcement, April 29th, 30th, the ACT Work-Based Learning Conference is again, we're going to plan it again, face-to-face in Des Moines, Iowa. You have no idea what a great place this is. You might have heard about us on the news, but don't believe everything you hear. So please mark your calendars, April 29th and 30th. You know that once again, if we have to come up with plan B, we will. We have before and it worked out. But we will be, launching requests for presentations and exhibitors and sponsors, and it is going to be another phenomenal event. So write that down. You are the first on this planet to know about it, besides maybe Leanne. There you go. We know also that, we keep saying, let's grow this organization. Well, we are working on some promotional documents that you can also share besides that October promotional one that I've already given you a glance at. But the top 10 reasons to join ACT's work-based learning section is being developed. Also, the second one there, we've had schools concerned about the fact that since you can't do work-based learning in some cases very well because of COVID, they were concerned about their program, their local program, not continuing to be supported and maybe even going away. So the second one there is an advocacy piece on why work-based learning is important. So those will be coming out. Somebody besides me is going to make them pretty, and that is a good thing. And so as soon as they're ready, they will be coming your way. I'm still talking about updates, ladies and gentlemen. You've got a plethora of things. CandidCareer.com, we are partnering with them and we're doing a pilot. We have about 17 schools that are working through this. The pilot's closed. We're anxious to hear how they believe it's going to go. You can go on to CandidCareer.com. They have over 8,000 quality informational interviews recorded. And I'm not talking about saying, what do you do? What do you like? I mean, very, very quality, well done videos about teaching students about what a career is really all about. So it is, we're anxious to hear from the 17 schools that are doing this. They get free resources for all of this for about 6 months. And then we'll, see where we go from there. But they were pretty excited, especially once they got into it and saw more of the resources available. So CandidCareer.com has been a really good partner for us. In addition, another partner has been Seamless Work-Based Learning. And right now, you can get 20% off for being an ACT Work-Based Learning member for their system. Now, there's so much more to talk about with Seamless Work-Based Learning than the advantages of thinking in that direction that I encourage you to go to the website. You can find out a lot about their system there, and then also get in contact with Brett, and he can give you step-by-step for everything else you ever needed to know about Seamless Work-Based Learning. Do I sound like I could do a commercial? I think so. All right. Whew. All right, we got through the section updates. Now, I'm pretty goal-oriented, and I really hate to miss goals. Really, all right? So we're a work-based learning section, and that's fine, and that's great, and I'm excited about this work, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I've got a small goal to become a division. We want to be a big player, okay? So the ACT divisions right there are listed there on the left with the wheel of love there on the right. I would say that the marketing education one has just recently folded into or as a section under under business ed. So they're still alive and well. They're just not sitting there quite as a division. But looky there on the bottom, work-based learning youth apprenticeship. Wouldn't we fit into that wheel so nicely? Can anyone tell me what it is we need to do? What is the magic number we need? Yeah, 750. I think I heard that, 750. So we're just like, you know, a few members away. And if anybody knew all the things that opportunities that were involved here, besides the networking, besides the new friends, the new best friends you've made, they would join in a heartbeat. But you know what? We got to tell them. We got to tell them the great things that are going on, because maybe I mentioned it. I'm goal oriented. Whew. All right. You know, I should mention, sorry, I get so excited. You know that when you become a division, we will have a real, true, live vice president of the work-based learning youth apprenticeship section. So if you ever thought that it would be a great experience to be on the board, I can completely tell you it is a great experience to be on the board. I was the business education vice president. What a fabulous experience, and a professionally run board and experience. Yes, it should be on everybody's list. It really should. With that though, we need to consider some things. Again, we're going to build to a quality division. And so I want you to pay close attention to this. And whether you're interested in that being the vice president or not, there's still ways we need your help. So first off, if you're interested in campaigning as the vice president, and it'll be in the future, you need to have a resume with some activities that you've been engaged with our division, or section, division, same thing, nearly. So whether you want to be the vice president of the division or not, we need your help. This last year, we did a strategic planning committee work, and it was phenomenal. And we have accomplished nearly everything from that strategic plan. And that's where those panels came from. And that's where the college and career toolkit came from. And that's where so many great ideas were born. And they were your great ideas. And that's why we need to, again, do a strategic planning committee work. And we need your help to do it. It doesn't do any good for me to write down what I think our goals should be. They need to be your goals. So that would be one. Number two is you could serve on the work-based learning policy committee. Remember, I talked about how all the divisions and the regions all have policy committees, and those are the governance for that organization or that section or that division. We need a policy committee now so we can continue to move in the right direction. And we need representatives from each one of the 5 ACT regions. So what we need to know is that you're involved somewhat, connected somewhat with your region. And it might be your state, but you need to, we need quality representation from all the regions. So the work we do on the national level can be clearly communicated to your region, and we can continue to grow our family. The third one is serve as a committee leader. So we will have 3 committees: professional development, advocacy, and awards. And for example, awards, we don't have any awards. So there is an opportunity to build an awards program for the work-based learning youth apprenticeship program that is born quality, that is born of exactly what members need. So, with that though, I don't believe in being a committee leader for name recognition. I believe in being a community leader because you've got some ideas, you've got some plans, you've got some goals that committee could actually take on. Although I want people to submit their name, I want you to submit your name with some ideas on what we should be doing for professional development, just some ideas, advocacy, or awards, because we want those leaders to come up. Also, those committee leaders will be sitting on the policy committee, because the policy committee is going to be made up of a regional representative, and a committee leader. In addition, number 3 is, we can't all be leaders, right? We got to have some members on these committees also. So I don't want anybody to end up trying to lead a committee without anybody without anybody else's involvement. So I would ask that, it's also asked, maybe you don't want to be the leader, but you want to be involved with professional development and help design what we're going to be doing, offering in the future for panels or any kind of other professional development. Oh, by the way, professional development committee would also be the ones, not this vision, but next vision, to look at those proposals and help make a decision on programming for ACTE vision. There is no position on my list that isn't very important for the future of the work-based learning division. Finally, right now, this is not Kelly Deemer's party. This is ACT's work-based learning section party. So we need a section leader. We need a section leader. I need to be fully supportive of that section leader, but we need someone to step up and say, I want to be the, I've heard Kelly's voice enough. I want to talk for a while. That would be great. But I want to work with somebody that would like to be the section leader. Now, I can't say right now because I don't know what the interest level. I mean, if I get 10 people for every position, we may need to have some kind of election kind of thing, not giant election, but section election. I dare you to sign up for everything. Make my job hard. Challenge me to try to figure out how we're going to find the best of the best, because that's who we're anxious to have. So, and I will be there every step of the way. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just, this has been such a great growth and section that we need to continue to grow, engage our members and allow them to step up and be the leaders that we know they can be. Now, I'm going to send this out by email. So the top one, because that's just a crazy letters, that will be that interest form. So it's just a Google form, and I do have every single one of those things I just listed as a possibility to sign up for. Or in some cases, there's also a box that says, I just want to know more about it, because, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous about what Kelly's getting me into. So that's been said before. So anyway, I will send this out by email to all the members. And I would like you to, really, really know that we are a great organization. We're a great section because of people like you. So, take a look at what you might be interested in being involved with. The other thing is, when we talk about leadership, we cannot bypass that whole post-secondary leadership success program, which just got launched. I am going to maybe throw somebody, quote, bus under bus. Leanne, can you talk about that? Or I don't know if Michael's on or not, but I would love somebody else to share about that, because that is so great. Leanne, thank you.
Yeah, I'd ask Michael too.
Oh.
Michael's.
Is he hiding? He's hiding.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Hey, hi, everyone. And Kelly, thanks for the opportunity to share a little bit about this. And so about 2 years ago, we were very fortunate to have the ECMC Foundation partner with us to help support our post-secondary CTE professionals. And so this is a year-long fellowship program that we invite 20 individuals into who are at some stage of, and emerging in their career as a leader at those post-secondary institutions. This program is really unique in that not only does it bring this cohort together on a regular basis in monthly webinars and specific activities, and bringing in guest speakers at the highest level. So having the U.S. Department of Education and Department of Labor, having national organizations that are focused on post-secondary career and technical education come and speak, and really in a very small group setting allows those participants to interact with. So it is very meaningful in that regard. The program is also unique in that it does pay to bring together the participants in normal times. And we've made a commitment to this year's cohort that we're going to do that when it's safe to travel again. And so we'll be paying for participants to attend Career Tech Vision, the National Policy Seminar, as well as a school study tour where we take them for a few days out to a leading post-secondary CTE institution across the country. Participants at this point are also granted a stipend or a scholarship to participate, again, to offset some of those travel-related costs and expenses. And as I said, all the travel is paid for those in-person events. At the end of the day, however, it really is about celebrating and helping to propel these participants forward in their careers. We're now going into our third year of applications. So if you visit the acteonline.org website, I invite you or to pass along to any colleagues that you know at community and technical colleges or career tech centers or intermediary institutions that are working with adult learners and encourage them to apply. The deadline is on December 14th. It's a very simple application, really talking about your interests and what you want to achieve through your own professional growth. So I'd encourage all of you, if you're not familiar with it, please take a look at it or encourage someone to apply or apply yourself. I also would just mention that ACTE has several other fellowship programs. If you're not familiar with them, I also would direct you to the ACTE Online website so that you could learn about the programs for new and experienced CTE professionals. And if you have any other questions about these programs, feel free to reach out to Kelly or myself, and we're happy to connect you to more information. Love to get you involved.
Thank you, Michael, very much. I'm sorry to have done that to Leanne and Michael at the last second, but yeah, that email came across, and we just value our leaders. We value our educator leaders, and so we want to give them opportunity to excel in their leadership opportunities. I would say that the last slide that I showed, hang on, the secondary the post-secondary, wow, there you go. The post-secondary leadership success program, as the title refers to, is for post-secondary educators. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, but I just wanted to make sure. But we've got a lot of other fellowship and leadership types of things for everyone. But because this just came out, I wanted to mention it. But there's just so much. There's just so much. It's fabulous. So thank you to helping students find their pathway to the future. So I want to stop talking. Yes, I want to stop talking, and I want to, just open the floor. We've got about 23 minutes. If you've got questions about things that we've talked about, I apologize so much if I've missed the chat box because, yeah, I'm not great at multitasking when I'm talking. Oh, and take a breath. Thank you, Michael. So, anyway, you're going to get the flyer for the October membership push. You're going to get the link to the Google form for how you want to be involved. And please step up. Let's continue to make this your organization and not, find the leaders, allow you to get the experiences that you want within your, within your own community. We want the policy committee. We want regional representatives that are excited about work-based learning and also understand the importance of going back to their region and back to their state and, continuing the growth of this. And, if you have ideas for professional development, that's just a small amount of it. But I don't know if everybody's muted or they're just politely muted, but please open the floor.
Kelly, this is Mike. This is Michael again. I just wanted to, I'd be curious for everyone here And I appreciate getting a chance to meet all of you. So thank you for sharing your names and where you're from and what you do in the chat window. That was really helpful. I'd be very interested in hearing from any or all of you, since you're already members here, what you would like to have this section, eventually division, be able to do. Are there some things, Kelly went through a long list of work that we're so proud of, the work that she's been doing, but are there other things that could be helpful or useful or that you feel would be important for our association and our members to be able to do for work-based learning coordinators?
Kelly, what's the possibility of those of us that were already in it, us getting the thing since we are part of the inaugural group?
Are you speaking of the no?
I second that.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
the October thing I just renewed last week. So I mean, right the last week before. I mean, last week of September. So I just thought I'd ask.
Michael, you want to speak to this?
Well, I know we only ordered 100 of them, so that might pose a little bit of a problem. And the reality is using some funds from a special pool to try to help get the division over that 750 mark. That's part of the motivation. But to your point, to your question, being able to provide some benefit, I assure you, let's take a look at how we do in the month of October. Hitting that mark might give us some additional resource that we could come back and do that for you as members. Because I just want to echo what Kelly's been saying. We are so excited about the fact that you joined, that you're actively engaged. I mean, there's 55, 56 of us on this meeting. I know it's just informational, not as much focus on professional development, but it screams loudly to me that you're a very active and cohesive association. So let me look into that, and we'll take a look at what we'll be able to do, and definitely find a way to celebrate your participation.
Woohoo! I'll take 3. Good question. Good question. Some more ideas, some more thoughts? Do people have ideas?
I'd love to.
Okay.
I'd love to hear Deanna mentioned in the chat window that her students are participating in the pilot program. I'd love to hear just any early thoughts that you might have, or any reaction that your students or you might have had to that resource.
Hi, this is Deanna. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm at Cass High School in Bartow County in Georgia, and we just started it up last week. So basically, I just let my work-based learning students know that we would begin this pilot program, and as soon as I set up the links and all that, then we'll get started on it. But I'm excited about it. So that's right now all that I have.
Have you looked at some of them? Would you agree that those are pretty quality informational interviews?
Absolutely. And it's just one of the areas in work-based learning that we really need to focus on, giving the students, because a lot of them, I have, mainly seniors in high school, and they're still not knowing what they want to do. So I think it gives them an opportunity to look at a lot of careers that they never thought of. That was one thing that when I went through and was looking at the different videos, I could not believe, like, there's stuff we don't think about that people do out there instead of the basics.
Now, Deanna, don't you change from teaching, though. Okay, don't get so excited.
Thanks, Deanna. Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Kelly, I know Laura DiNardo's on us, and you've got her scheduled, and I know she's done some amazing work on that career fair toolkit. I'm wondering if I could just ask Laura, maybe you could give us a little teaser on the toolkit and the presentation that you're going to be making next month.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Laura DiNardo. I work in Arlington Public Schools in Arlington County, Virginia. And I worked with Michael on a planning session, I guess last spring now, and we came up with this idea. So colleagues at my school and I have worked on, implementing a college and career fair in the past, and we had plans to have one last April, which unfortunately had to be postponed because of COVID. But we have a lot of resources, and so I thought, why not collate those into one document that we could share with others who might be needing to do similar events. So it sort of walks through how we organize our event. It provides a tentative timeline and schedule, makes recommendations of others in your school or your building who you might involve in the planning process, and then sort of some things to do to prep before, during, and then what to do after the fair. So hopefully it'll be a helpful resource for you all, and I'm excited to share it and see I know a graphic designer from ACTE is working to make it look pretty, so I'm really excited to see what it looks like.
It's going to be awesome because of the work that you put into it, Laura. And I think your webinar next month is going to be a terrific compliment to everyone here and other members in the section. Hey, and I also saw that Carl Borlace from Minnesota State is here. Carl, I know you're with a different organization than a lot of the coordinators coming from institutions. Can you tell me, I'm just putting you on the spot, what you're getting out of the section, why maybe, it was valuable for you to join? Sorry to put you on the spot, Carl, but I'm good at that.
No, not a problem. Well, I just started this position in January, so I'm looking for any and all resources related to work-based learning. I also cover accreditation, and then program excellence as just kind of a big broad umbrella. So I'm learning, really I'm here to just kind of learn and soak up what I can like a sponge if I can. So
Welcome.
It's been great.
No, that's great. And, all the people that you see in the chat window are doing similar things and are people, in their communities. And I'm sure they have ideas on how to connect with the schools and to build out operations. I saw Amelia Reeves, she's down in West Central Texas. Amelia, you're with the Workforce Solutions arm there, and I'm familiar with the work that you all do. I'm assuming you're in a similar position as Carl, right?
Yes, I believe so. Hi, Harry. I actually just started my position July 1st. So I am also interested in any and all resources that everyone has, but also very willing to jump in and continue the good work y'all have already started. So thanks for having me.
Very cool. Well, you and Carl are going to have to get together as the newbies and
yes.
map out all the brilliant things you're going to do.
Yes.
Hey, and we have
Virtual happy hour.
There
yes.
you go. I also wanted to do a shout out to Dr. Steve Klein. Steve's a good friend of Career and Technical Education. He's on with us today. And he works at a research and a support organization called Education Northwest. But Steve, you've been involved in a lot of work-based learning initiatives, haven't you? Are there some resources that you can share with us?
Oh, well, I'm certainly not that I can paste in the chat right now, but there is quite a bit of work around work-based learning. Kelly, I can share some resources with you around that. Also, we're involved right now. There's going to be an opportunity for states and also LEA to participate in what's called the Quality Indicators Initiative that the Office of Career, Technical, and Adult Education has just launched. And that's an effort, a nationwide effort with the Perkins, the secondary quality indicators, one of which is work-based learning, that states can gather together and also with input from local agencies to try to improve the quality of the indicators and also strengthen the collection of data. So your state CTE directors will be getting an invitation in the coming days. We're just finalizing it now to participate in this initiative, and it'll be a 2-year initiative.
Good, thank you.
Very cool. Thanks, Steve. And please definitely share those resources so everyone has a chance to be aware of them. The last person, I just want to do a shout out to Gayla up at NIAC in Iowa. I know you're with the Intermediary Network, which I think is a critically important part of work-based learning, having those intermediaries in place. Can you tell us a little bit about your interest in this section?
Well, I was interested in Kelly, to be honest. I had the pleasure of meeting Kelly when I joined the intermediary network. And then, so since I knew it was something she was a part of, I knew she had a passion for it. And I was looking for a group to belong to that I could learn things from. I'm early in my years with work-based learning myself, so I love to listen to things that have been successes for others and learn from them and see if there are things I can duplicate here in North Iowa. And so I just was interested from that regard.
Very cool. Well, and definitely sharing. I mean, that you're learning and you're able to share too. So, hey Kelly, I'll head it back to you. But before I do, a good friend of ours, Jim Egenreiter from Arlington County, Virginia, hopped on. I really appreciated his comment. If you didn't see it in the chat window, but he's multitasking in 2 meetings simultaneously. So I can imagine he's sitting there with laptops, you know, going back and forth, trying to juggle it. But Jim, good to have you here. And Tom from Oregon, he's the executive director of Oregon ACTE. Lots going on in that state and lots of work that Oregon ACTE is doing. I think you're a great model and so much to learn from what you're doing. And I know you and Oregon ACTE could gain from here as well. So anyway, hey Kelly, sorry about commandeering things, but I'll turn it back to you.
That's all right. I always appreciate hearing another voice besides mine. I want to take a turn at just mentioning Marianne Moore, who was the key creator of next week's panel presentation. Marianne, would you speak to your presentation, collaborating with other organizations? Maybe. Oh, her computer doesn't have audio. How does Michael call 8 people and everybody's got audio and I call one of my fabulous superheroes and they don't have audio? No, I understand completely. Technology is a mystery to all of us. So, you know, then I just have to go back to any comments. Please feel free to unmute yourself if you have anything. We have about 9 minutes left. Again, I'll be sending those links out, and I don't want to have to double dog dare you, but I will if I need to step up and sign up to be a committee member, a leader, a section leader. Yeah, we need you, and continue to spread the word about all the good things that we're doing. So, oh, Marianne says it's because she's a state employee. I know about that too. So, yeah, I can't wait for all of you to hear that presentation next week with collaborating with other organizations. I think that'll be really good. So, Leanne, do you have any closing comments? Some godlike direction for us?
Wow, a lot of pressure, Kelly. But I will just say, you know, at the board level at ACTE, again, work-based learning is a focus, and what we included in our strategic planning moving forward. And that's why we have the benefit of Kelly's leadership in this area. But certainly we do, you know, it's more important than ever that we have that voice sitting at our board table when we have conversations about the future of CTE and ACTE and how we begin to think differently, especially in times of COVID and hopefully post-COVID soon. So, you know, how does that change work-based learning, and what are all the cool, innovative things that people are doing? And again, especially the newbies or, you know, if you've been involved in work-based learning for a long time, you know, there's going to be a huge opportunity for ACTE to you know, really fill the void with whatever resources might be missing or whatever is needed, because we're all kind of in this massive innovation mode because we have had to be. And so while certainly that's an exciting time, you know, we just want to, again, be sure that we're serving all those work-based learning folks out there. that are doing the best that they can. So again, just know that we've really ramped up these efforts over the last couple of years, and we want to continue to do more so that we can serve the work-based learning community.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. It is such a pleasure to hear from Leanne and the board, the overall goals, and to know that we are in that conversation, and we want to help ACT succeed, and we appreciate the support that we get from ACT. So anything else? All right. Well, write this down. Kelly finished a meeting in less than an hour, so that's
Kelly, when's the next meeting? When's your next business meeting?
Our next section discussion will be Wednesday, January 6th. And there is a little hiccup there where we do need to have a business meeting, an opening. I mean, with vision, we've got some things that we need to have. So there will be something, during the vision time frame for work-based learning. I just haven't got that quite ironed out yet. So our official discussion, like we had today, will be Wednesday, January 6th. Same time, same place, but in January. So, okay. So if you're not getting my emails, please reach out to me. But I go off the ACT work-based learning membership list. So, it might be, that you're not officially in quite the right kind of member. So check on that. I assume if you're all on here today that is in fact not an issue, but I will either this afternoon or tomorrow follow up with an email to everybody with the resources, the link to the interest form, a reminder of upcoming events coming, and it's important for us all to know that to remember that this is your organization, and this is going to grow and be as quality as we can make it with our educator leaders. So
Kelly, will you have more detail on the October 14th in your email that you're going to send out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that flyer for new members, member October. Okay. You want the book. All right. Okay, everybody, have a great day. It's Monday and we had over 50 people on. So it is a victory. So thank you, everyone. And I will talk to you all soon.
Thank you, Kelly.
Bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, Kelly.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kelly.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly.